Big day. I know you've been waiting for this. Just how's it feel knowing you're going in tonight?
Yeah, it's been a long road, 3 months or so. So it feels great to get back in the lineup and get a chance to play with this team right now. So I'm excited.
Dean was just saying he's never seen you play. How anxious are you to show him what others have told him about your game?
Yeah, he's told me that as well. I mean, I just got to go out there and play my style of hockey. I've been playing it since I've been in the league. You know, be tenacious on pucks and show that you know I'm useful here and a big energy guy for the team.
What he has tried to bring here, I think, fits perfectly with your game. Play exactly the way you just described it. How much does have that meshing together kind of help you going in on first game of the season?
Yeah, I think we play an aggressive style, a skating style. So I think that's right up my alley. I think it's going to make the transition for me a little bit easier and makes it easier for me just to settle in, play my game, play simple, play hard. So it's nice.
You know, you don't get to go through training camp with the full group and then practices, but you have the last few days. Being a veteran, I mean, how much time have you put in, like just looking at video or whatever for systems and you know, because it's a little bit different than Pazzi and stuff like that.
I mean, missing training camps, it's brutal. It's not an easy thing to do. You want to be a part of the group. It's because it's a hard time for everybody to. It's tough. It's a tough 4 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever it is. So you miss that portion of it. You miss some systems, but. The staff and me have been working hard to get my legs back where they need to be, get the body back, upper body strength. You know, get situated with the systems. So I'm ready to go now. But it was definitely a process to get to this point.
How frustrating was that process?
Pretty frustrating. I think like if you compare it to the shoulder injury a couple years ago, I think this has been a lot more frustrating for me personally, just because different type of injury, a lot of new faces in here. You know, you want to be a part of the group right away, so it's been tough to kind of solidify a role or whatever.
Everybody. Morning. Morning.
Who wants the first one? Don't be shy. Here yours. Dean, tonight it's being treated as a opening night again with the blue carpet and everything. How much can that help in the whole process of moving on and maybe a celebration for the players?
Yeah, I think it's just the process, and we've talked about moving forward. And the other night was wonderful. It was beautiful, and now it's just the next step. And I think we, the organization, did the right thing of not doing it that night and celebrating Johnny and Matthew. On game one, and now we'll get after it with our group.
Dean, what will be the impact of not having Goodbranson on your defense, and what do you plan on doing in his absence?
Well, it's a big hole, right? Not only as his presence is big, right? He's big physically, but he's a leader in our locker room. Obviously, he's an assistant captain, a guy that we've relied on. He's played extremely well all through training camp and to this point. And it's unfortunate that we don't have him in our lineup tonight. Someone's going to have to step up, and not someone. A lot of guys will have to step up. Plays a major role in the penalty kill and you know, in our defensive zone coverage. So yeah, we fully expect guys to step up and take the minutes that he was getting.
Would you be willing to share who's going in that spot?
Yeah, sure. Harris is playing left, and Johnson will play right. The other pairs will stay the same.
Just building on that, as far as, you know, Goodbranson's leadership, like you just kind of talked about it there. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you came in here, you see the leadership group and whatnot. Just what has he? I mean, you don't have Boone anymore either. I mean, is that how huge of a loss is that? Just getting those two guys and not having them around for, you know, maybe a while.
It's a loss, but now the two other guys can step up or more in a leadership role. You guys have mentioned. I'm not going to go through players, but you guys have already mentioned guys that have stepped up in training camp in these 3 games and are, you know, major contributors, not only offensively on our team, but in a leadership role. We've got we're very fortunate. We got a lot of leaders in that dressing room. So there's a lot of guys that Boone and Goody have taught how to lead, and we expect them to step up as we move forward.
Dean, what has made Monahan's line so effective early on?
Probably him. Probably him. He's, as you guys have seen, he's healthy. His skating is fantastic. You know, his team first. He's just done. You know, he's first over the boards, penalty kill, first PP, first. You know, everything basically, right? So when you're talking about people that are going to step up in a leadership role, you don't have to look too much further than that. But he's a leader in all areas, not only on that line, but our hockey club.
You know, Jake Christensen is somebody who's really stepped up into a top 4 role on that defense. Obviously had a really good camp up to this point, you know, playing behind Werenski. What has him and Severson been able to do in the early going to help kind of solidify your top 4?
Simplify. They both have great skill, but they've simplified the game. They're playing north. They're playing fast. We're not messing around with the puck in our zone, and they're getting it up and getting it going. They're both great skaters. They're joining the play, which we want all our defense to do. But yeah, that pair has been fantastic for us as arguably our second pair. And, you know, they've been consistently together. We flipped Sevo the first game a little bit with Werenski at the end of the game, but after that, it's been pretty consistent, which is nice to have that chemistry moving forward. Players like that. We like that as coaches. It gives us some, you know, familiarity as far as who's going over the boards at what situation.
I know Gambrell's on waivers. Is Danforth getting closer? I guess
He's playing.
He's playing. Okay. With a guy like that, you've spent a lot of this training camp telling us, I don't want to know anything about any of these other guys, and using training camp to kind of learn about them. Has it been more difficult to kind of learn about him as a player, as a person, or anything, because he's only kind of just recently joined the team practices?
I haven't seen him play a game. Is that what you mean? Yeah. I have no idea. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I've watched him practice. I've watched him in the room. He's a very serious guy that, by all accounts, he gets after it, right? And had a nice, good meeting with him yesterday, and just to make sure that he's ready. And he said, "I'm a guy that, you know, gets in, gets after pucks, you know, wins his puck battles." And I said, "That's exactly what the guys have said that you are." And we just had to make sure that he's healthy and ready to go. Finished, we didn't skate yesterday, but we had a few guys on the ice, and he was one of them. I said, "Come and let us know if you're ready to go," because ultimately it's the player's decision, right? I mean, the staff makes the call, and we you know, medically he's cleared. He came in and said, "I'm good to go," turned around, walked out. So it's fantastic. That's exactly what you want.
Dean, you emphasized post-game on Tuesday that you feel like the team is playing winning hockey. Do you get a sense that they feel that confidence while they're waiting on the result, that they've bought into what you believe is winning hockey?
Yeah, I think they show that with their play, right? They show that how they're playing the game and how forward we're playing, on our toes we're playing. You know, we went through our analytic stats this morning. You know, all that's good. It matches what our hockey eyes see. So we just got to stay the course. It's a process. We just got to keep doing it over and over. But it has to be a consistent thing. It can't be, you know, and it hasn't been one-offs. We've played with that consistency so far, but that doesn't mean we take the foot off the pedal either. It has to be game in and game out the exact same way, and believe that we'll get the results, you know, if we keep doing that.
Part of that, Dean, is just the way you've played till the whistle in each of these 3 games. You've lost 2 of them, but it's been a battle right till the end.
Yeah.
How much of that do you want that to be a part of this team's mentality, just right to the end?
Yeah, just no quit. It does, and we talked early in camp. It doesn't matter who, when, or where we play. We play the exact same way every single game. It's people know we're consistent. We're predictable in our work ethic. That every night we do the exact same thing, and we challenge teams to rise to our level of competitiveness. And if you do that, you give yourself a chance.
And just back to Danforth for a minute, you lose leadership in Goodbranson, but just by the way he plays, does Danforth bring some leadership onto the ice for you?
I assume so. When I see him tonight, I'll let you know. I assume he plays that way, and that he certainly seems like the guy that's more. I don't think he's getting up on a soapbox and talking to the group and yelling. I think he's the guy that will lead by example, and that wasn't a short joke either, because he's my size, but so I got a little soft spot for him. But yeah, I'm looking forward to him playing the game hard and playing the game how the Columbus Blue Jackets play.